Alright guys, so I'm gonna show you how to get an FPS counter in your OBS studio. So first you wanna open your file explorer, then you wanna go to downloads or whatever folder you want. You wanna right click and click new and text document. Now now this will just be easy. You want to name this whatever you want. I call it FPS. But I already have the FPS text, so I call it FPS toot. Stands for tutorial. And then change the TXT to HTML. It'll give you a pop-up saying this. Click yes. And then you want to copy the code in the description. All of this, and you want to go to your thing. It will display white. And you want to right click, you want to go to open with, you want to choose different application because you will probably have this. But if you've opened HTML files before, you have this option. So you click any ID of your choice. I'll choose Notepad, and you want to paste in everything that you picked. So I pasted this, and I click save. And then you want to double click it, and you have your FPS counter. If you want to change the color or font, you can do this pretty easily. Just go into the text file, and you can also change the color. So I can change the color of the FPS. Now this is hex, so it's pretty easy to modify if you know how to use hex. So let's say I want this to be white blue, so I do blue and then green and blue. So now I save Control S and I double click, and now it's cyan or teal, however you call it. You can also change the border color if I can find it. Yeah, the border color over here. So let me also change this to cyan. And now the whole thing is cyan. So yeah, you can really customize this. If you want to change the font, you can change Comic Sans and Comic Sans to anything you want. I'll just change it to, I don't know, fonts. Font substitute, sure. Let's see what's in here. Oh yeah, alright, okay. Let's go to registry editor and see what fonts we have. You don't need to do this step. I just don't know what fonts I have. You know what? Fonts on your computer. I don't want to delete a fonts on your computer that are installed. Alright, we got this. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm just gonna use F514 OEM default. No, I'm actually, how about I use impact default font. Impact font family. What? Oh, styles and weights. It's just impact. Okay, so if you just change this, I'm gonna change this to impact. Now this probably won't work because I tried this previously. I just didn't want to change the font. So I recommend you just don't change the font. Never mind, it actually works. So yeah, you can really just change your stuff. Just change both of these to whatever font you want. I'm gonna try impact the best. That'll probably break it. Never mind, it just does nothing. Okay. here I'm gonna use Calibri. Impact and Calibri. Okay, that does nothing. Let's do Calibri and Calibri. I think Calibri is a font. I'm not sure. Yeah, Calibri is a font. That's pretty cool. So yeah, you can really just change the stuff in here. You can also change this to not bold, but normal. I think that's what you do. And yeah, it won't be bold anymore. Or you can even make it bold, or even you can make, or you can even make it italic, which will make it. Never mind, it will not make it italic. You can make it bold. You can make it normal. I'm gonna leave it to bold because it looks cooler. You can also change the border radius, which is basically the thickness of the borders. So I'm gonna change this to 7. And yeah, look, the borders now a little more not thick. So I'm just gonna save this, and now we're actually gonna go into the OBS and set up stuff. So basically, you want to press this plus icon, and you want to do browser. You want to name this whatever you want. FPS tutorial. Get it? Then you press local file here, press browse, and then you want to go to your downloads folder, and you want to do FP. You don't want to do your HTML file. You want to click OK, and then it'll show your FPS in the corner there. But then you also want to change the size of it so it isn't tiny. So you want to change the size to 500 by 80. You want to change the size to 500 by 80. That'll make it perfectly fit your FPS. And then you just want to make this a little bigger, and you got your FPS counter. But don't make it too big unless you want it to be blurry. I just keep it at somewhere around here. And yeah, this is how you make an FPS counter in OBS. Anyway, have fun with your FPS counter or something. I don't know. Oh, got the wrong button.